Will. Great to see you back.
What's your name?
I'm Will. What's your name?
Michael.
Michael. Good to see you, buddy.
That guy.
Hi.
Good morning, Will.
How are you?
Great. Nice shoes.
Thanks. I like
Strong today.
the pants.
Just trying to hit to that flat.
Hitting numbers, and then work my way up.
So 99-101 with the lobber.
Yeah.
And then what about this one?
Then I'll start at 70, depending on the week too. Cause like last week, like you're not spinning balls back, but like this week, probably start around 80 and then work it up to 120.
Okay.
The thing that's helped a lot is we started using like creating our own game on TrackMan, and like we used to just do it where it was like every 10, where it's like the 60 you go from like 60 to 100 and then just keep working your way up and then have like randomized. The thing that's helped me a lot has actually been creating a game where it's been like 20 balls, use a 60 degree between, like we did do it at like 45, but it would like crush the numbers where it's like you hit it 49 and it's like gives you a score of
Takes
like
way too much
like
off.
60. Like you just crush your score, but like it just creating the feel, that's helped me a lot. A lot of YouTube videos for the last 8 months trying to learn how to knock off spin.
Are you the kind of player that when you're working on those shots, is it like a, some players work on a clock system where they have a position where they're like, okay, this is a 50, 60 yard shot. So or are you just instinctively trying to understand that 60 yards is just this speed, this
so
rhythm?
Like kind of, I was taught like wedge 1, wedge 2, wedge 3. So it's like wedge 1 is where it's like the club goes back to parallel, and then it's arms parallel to parallel, and then like 3/4 from there.
Yep.
But then like to knock off spin, just like not using the hands, because I used to just being like super wiry, like I could try to hit an 80 yarder and like use my hands and then flip a 60 like 95 yards. it could go anywhere, yeah. But like that drill especially has helped a ton with like using the body more to knock off spin. A lot of it's just creating feel.
And Joel probably knows those numbers as well. Does he ever lay you up to those spots? Like he just knows that those are your sweet spot numbers?
We just talk about where we want to go based on it.
Yeah, now for sure. Before I got good at that game, like yeah, I would try to hit it to like 70 to 75, and then with the 60 or like 91, 92, and then now it's like, where do we want to go? The one that's funny for me, and I've told this to Joel, is like when the pin's in a bowl, I am like horrendous, because it's like, oh yeah, just throw it in the bowl and and then I'll like land one pass and like rip it back 40 feet. And it's like, he's like, all right, hit this 92, land it right here, like just because it's in a bowl, like don't get lazy or whatever, but you could put
me to focus when it's in a bowl.
Yeah.
There's so many bowls.
Like, and it was like the first like 3 weeks we worked together, like a pin would be in a bowl and it hit to 40 feet. I'm like, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go through the back.
Okay.
Give me a top pin with that.
104.
Okay, 104. Let's see 104 that. Goes all the way to the back. 2 clubs to your stock number. Good. 52.
What do you do? Anything like fishing or anything? You have any other hobbies that you do?
Graduated.
Nice.
It was pretty great doing the, had a couple career planning classes with like freshmen, and they're all like, I want to be a, blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, I want to be a lawyer. And I'm like, yeah, I got a job. This is my 9th year trying to graduate.
Yeah.
They're like, they're like, hey, can you maybe fix this on your resume? Yeah, I'll get right on that. Yeah.
Hey, persistence is key. Oh, it's good to see you back.
Thanks, brother. So there's the house we rented got like 6 chickens in his backyard, but it was so funny because his house is like awesome. walk out the side door and I look over and there's just 6 chickens staring at me underneath the trampoline. I'm like, I mean, I know,
small
we're
either. That's a-
lar-
no, that's a
no,
good-sized chicken.
they are large,
You know what I mean?
large chickens.
That house is sick, man. It's fun. Yeah. Great location's fantastic. Yeah. Not too fun for us. Not at all. Just fine. Yeah. How was Austin this morning? He dialed in?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Nice.
Kind of loosened up my right hip a little bit. Range was great, so no complaints.
Yeah.
I just find it so funny how, like, you know, Josh teaches like 2 draws and cuts,
Yeah.
chipping.
Yeah.
I used to love to like draw my chips, and now it's like couldn't pay me to try to draw one.
Just get the little cutters.
I mean, it makes no sense because like the draw should be like just drop it back, keep it right left, and then throw it under.
So you used to mostly hit draws?
Yeah.
Before Josh?
Well, even like the first like year or two we started working,
Yeah.
and like I didn't even do it into the grain. But that was where like the first year at Augusta where he was like getting me ready. He was like having me hit like high hook spinners, like teaching me how to do it. He's like, yeah, this will help you here, this will help you there. And like, I only worked with him for like a year or two. I was like, okay, I have a lot to learn. So it like kind of stays on the face a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Then it's like, I think just because I've got so much less hinge now, I could just stand here, like get as high as I want.
Your weight
I
left
can
a little
just,
bit.
yeah, and I can just spin it more. And the wise words of Davis Riley, why nip it when you can chunk the crap out of it?
Chuck and run? That chipping was always weird because I grew up in the Northwest where you played like ball in hand for 5 months out of the year.
Yeah.
You're like teeing everything up.
Well, that was the thing in college. It was like, you know, we'd play off that Carolina clay. And it'd be on like dead Bermuda, and I'm like, Coach, my chipping is terrible. And then like our first event, we'd always go to like Cabo, and it'd be like sandy Bermuda, but it was always like teed up, and I'm like, oh, I'm good. Never mind, I got it.
I don't know if I would call it strong.
What's your go-to Chipotle order there, Troy?
Yeah, that's actually a good question. 'Cause I had to order the other night, and I kind of choked on what I was going to
Well,
get. What's
it-
your go-to?
What's
Am I
your
eating
what's your Wednesday at 2:30 order?
Yeah.
Healthy or
Doesn't matter.
non-healthy?
Doesn't matter. Is there a difference?
Yeah.
Because is it matter whether you go like
If I'm in a healthy
whether you
mindset.
go chicken or if you go like carnitas?
No, if I'm
You ever
eating
go
healthy,
carnitas?
I'll get just like a basic burrito that's pretty clean, like 800 calories. If I'm going crazy, I get a bowl, double meat, guac.
But wouldn't the healthier be to go bowl without the tortilla?
No, because the bowl, by the time they put the extra rice, you get double meat, you get guac, you get queso, you get chips, you get a
Sour
large
cream?
drink. You
Oh,
get
that's it. All comes with that.
Sure.
That's right. I forgot. It's number 6, if I remember right. Right?